Then Study Hub. Subscribe to my channel in the YouTube. This video, let us study about the chapter Social and Religious Reform Movements, which is one of the history chapter in part 1 social textbook. First organization named Brahma Samaj. The founder is Rajaram Mohan Rai. He has been considered as the father of Indian Renaissance because he was the first person to speak against the evils in the Hindu society and wanted the reforms in the Hindu society. He was also well versed in many languages such as Sanskrit, Arabic, Persian, English, etc. He also had a sound knowledge over many religions such as Hinduism, Islam, Sufi, and Christianity, etc. He also studied Upanishads. He was also against the idol worship. He believed that modern science and English education was very much essential for the for the revival and reform of Indian society. And on the support of Rajaram Mohan Rai, the Governor General William Bentinck banned Sati system, and he also published a newspaper in Bengali called Samvata Kaumudi. So Brahma Samaj. Brahma Samaj wanted the reforms in the Hindu society and Hindu religion. It opposed idol worship, it opposed polytheism and supported monotheism, which means worshipping single god. And it condemned the performance of yagnas and rituals. Next, it believed that English education will allow Indians to learn the Western political thought, and this actually helped the Indians to Indians in participating in the freedom struggle and also growth of nationalism. Movement is Young Bengal movement. This movement was started by Henry Louis Vivian de Rozoy. Coming to the Henry Louis Vivian de Rozoy, he was an Anglo-Indian. He was a professor at the Hindu College in Calcutta. Because of his teaching, many students became his followers, and he believed that he wanted to bring the spirit of free inquiry in the minds of the students and colleagues, and he wanted to bring and also inculcated a new education system. He also started academic association, a free thinking debate association, and also he believed that only rational thinking would liberate people from the clutches of superstitions and social discrimination. But the limitation is that the movement was only limited to the Calcutta and few areas of Bengal. Arya Samaj, which was established by Dayananda Saraswati. Dayananda Saraswati emphasized that Vedas were the source of truth and knowledge. He told people to go back to Vedas. He condemned idol worship and caste system. He believed that he advocated that caste should be decided based on the ability, not on the birth of the person. He encouraged widow remarriage. He told people to use Swadeshi goods, means Indian goods, and boycott foreign goods. He wrote a book called Satyartha Prakash. He proclaimed that India should be for the Indians, and he also brought a practice of purification ritual. It means a purification ceremony to bring back to the Hindu religion all those who had converted to other religions. The founder was Atmaram Pandurang in Mumbai. The objectives are, it believed that service to mankind is service to God. Through Deccan Education Society, it aimed to develop the educational field. It supported and encouraged widow remarriage, female literacy, intercaste marriage, eating together by people of all caste, and also opposed child marriage, caste system, idol worship, etc. It told that all religions were path towards the truth and hence need to be respected. And most important person is M.G. Ranade, who popularized Prarthana Samaj. About M.G. Ranade, he popularized Prarthana Samaj. He believed that progress in the political and economic fields was impossible without the reform of the society. He supported Hindu-Muslim unity, and also he was active member in the National Congress Party. Established by Jyotiba Phule. Jyotiba Phule believed that freedom is very much required was a necessity for every individual. Without the freedom, a person cannot, or an individual cannot express his ideas. He condemned slavery being forced on Shudras and Dalits. He supported free and compulsory education in order to bring reform in the Hindu society and the Indian society. He wrote a book named Gulamagiri. He wanted a society based on the principles of equality. Jyotiba Phule's wife Savitribai Phule worked hard for women's education. Objectives of Satya Sojak Samaj: it opposed consumption of liquor and alcohol. It opposed gender inequality, denial of human rights, and practice of untouchability. And one person named Shahu Maharaj was influenced by the ideas and principles of Satya Shodhak Samaj, and he continued the activities of the Samaj and also established many branches. Later, Ambedkar also got influenced by the Satya Sojak Samaj and Jyotiba Phule's principles. By Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Coming to the objectives of the Aligarh movement is, it aimed at promoting harmony of Eastern and Western ideas through transformation of the Muslims in their political, social, educational, religious and philosophical beliefs. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, in order to provide a modern education to Muslim community, he established Anglo-Oriental College. Later, this college was renamed as Aligarh Muslim University. The main objective of the university was to provide religious education along with Western education. And Sir Syed Ahmad Khan remained outside the National Congress or the Indian National Congress Party and brought the Muslim community together. He supported female literacy and condemned polygamy. Mission. It was started by Swami Vivekananda in order to propagate the ideals of his teacher Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. About Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he was a priest at the Dakshineshwar Kali temple. He believed all religions are equal. He believed that spiritual realization was more important than any god or any religion. He believed in idol worship. The favorite disciple was Swami Vivekananda. Coming to the objectives of Ramakrishna mission is to spread the message of equality of all religions. And today there are many branches of Ramakrishna mission across the world. Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda stressed the significance of individual, his presence and ability. He told that apart from prayer and practice of yoga, social service was also necessary for achievement of salvation. He emphasized that nation and religion were like the two faces of a coin. He wanted the formation of a legislation, and through legislation, social reforming rules must be implemented. He told Indians to stop blind following of Western ideology of Westerners. In 1893, at the Chicago Conference of Religions, Swami Vivekananda upheld the greatness of India and the Indian culture and advocated the tolerance of all religions and maintained that all religions were true. And also, it was an inspiration for the youth. Established by Madame Blavatsky and H.S. Olcott. Coming to the objectives of society are establishment of universal brotherhood, comparative study of ideology, exploration of natural principles and latent energy of the individual. Let us study about Annie Besant. Annie Besant was an Irish lady, started the activities of Theosophical Society in India. She supported and respected the Indian culture. She wanted the equality. She wanted to establish equality, universal brotherhood and harmony in society. She also started a newspaper called New India. She also started Home Rule movement in 1916. She was also the president of the Congress session in 1917. See, Ireland was under control of Britain. The Irish people wanted to rule their country, to do their administration by themselves. Hence, they started Home Rule movement. And Annie Besant started this Home Rule movement in India. In 1916, two Home Rule leagues came into existence. One by Balagangadhar Tilak with Pune as headquarters, and it has branches in Maharashtra, North Karnataka, central provinces, etc. And the second one is by Annie Besant with Madras as its center. And Tilak also brought newspapers Maratha and Kesari, and Annie Besant started newspapers New India and Commonwealth. Sri Narayana Guru started Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam. Narayana Guru and his companions Dr. Palpu and Kumaran Asan led the movement. The basic idea of Sri Narayana Guru was one caste, one religion, and one God for all human beings. He built temples for backward communities. Narayan Guru started Vaikom Satyagraha movement in 1924, which demanded entry of lower caste people in the Shiva temple at Vaikom, and Gandhiji and Periyar also participated in this movement. The reasons for establishing Dharma Paripalana Yoga movement by Narayan Guru. Some of the reasons are the caste differences were too much in Kerala, and the lower caste were not allowed to enter temples, and they were not allowed to go to schools, and there was denial of human rights. And some of the objectives of the movement are: it aimed at strengthening the backward and exploited communities. About Periyar or E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar and his movement. Before going there, let us study the history of the movement. See, in the beginning of 20th century, a non-Brahmin movement started in South India. Many non-Brahmins launched agitations demanding representation in the government sector as per their population. And finally, the non-Brahmin movement took a new shape under the Justice Party. Now let us study about Periyar. Self-respect movement was started by Periyar. E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar, who was in Congress party, came out of Congress party in 1925 and started Self-Respect League in 1926. He believed that Congress was in favor of Varna system and started a new movement based on Dravida racial identity. He said Tamil was a language of Dravidians. He supported equality and criticized caste and gender-based discrimination. He was also the participant in the Vaikom temple entry Satyagraha in Kerala. He also became the president of the Justice Party in 1939. He started Dravida Kazhagam. He also published an English magazine named Revolt. The non-Brahmin movement started by Ayodhya Das Pandit and Nair was turned into a cultural movement by Periyar. Thank you.